Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim wa la fahma lana illa ma fahamtana innaka antal jawadul karim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amma ba'd. I'm welcoming to all the viewers with the Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Just now, we saw a video that a person make a weak statement regarding science, that they say science is sihir, science is a witchcraft. However, I will destroy this statement in several point, I guess, from the Quran, also from the author narrative, author source. And when we go back to science, according to Oxford Dictionary, science is a knowledge of a structure and behavior of the natural and the physical world based on fact that you can prove. Also, the root word of science came from the Latin word which means sensia. Is derivative from a participle of the word sihir, which means to know. Also, it also can be tracked down to the European Proto-Indo sihir, which mean is to cut. If you read the glorious Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned a tons regarding science in the Quran. Once again, the Quran is not the book of science, S-C-E-I-N-C-E. However, the Quran is the book of signs, S-I-G-N-S, which means the indicator, the ayat. If you read the Quran, Allah talks about astronomy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in the Quran, in Surah Al-A'raf, chapter number 7, verse number 54, Surah Taha, chapter number 20, verse number 4, Surah Al-Naba, chapter number 73, verse number 12 to 13, and Surah An-Najm, chapter number 53, verse number 6, it's talk about the moon and the sun, the planets and the star. Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned about geology. It's mentioned in Surah Zumar, chapter number 39, verse number 21. It's talk about how rains its work. Allah also talk about biology in Surah Al-Anbiya, chapter number 21, verse number 30. Verse number 30, it says about something, about biology. Also, the Quran also talks about the embryology. This is mentioned in Surah Al-Mu'minun, chapter number 23, verse number 1 to 13. While we talk about the sihir, the definition of sihir, according to Ibn Manzur, in Lisanul Arab, volume number 4, page 350, what is the mean by sihir, witchcraft? It's mean to getting closer to the devil with the help of him, the devil. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in the Quran, in Surah Al-Jinn, chapter number 72, verse number 6. وَإِنَّهُ كَانَ رِجَالٌ مِنَ الْإِنسِ يَعُوذُونَ بِرِجَالٍ مِنَ الْجِنِّ فَزَادُوهُمْ رَهَقًا. And indeed, the man come from the human being seeking something, asking something, to the man come from the jinn and make the jinn superior than the human. Also put the human into the sin situation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about sihir in the Quran, in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse 1 and 2. Allah said, and they learned how to separate the husband and the wife. In Surah Al-A'raf, chapter 7, verse 104 to 126. It says, Allah says about Prophet Moses and the witchcraft, the magician with the Pharaoh. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about Surah Al-Falaq. Allah talks about the medium of the sihir in Surah Al-Falaq, chapter number 113, verse number 4. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon himself, said in Jami' Tirmizi, volume number 3, book number 15, Hadith 1460, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Haddus sahir bidarbatun bisayf. It's mean the punishment of sahir, the individual who practicing witchcraft, is the strike of sword. So, by the definition, by the terminology that you give, that science is sihir, should we kill all the scientists around the world? Therefore, I would like to end my lecture with the quotation from the glorious Quran from Surah Al-Nahl, chapter number 16, verse number 43, and Surah Al-Anbiya, chapter number 21, verse number 7. Fas'alu ahla dhikri in kuntum la ta'alamun. It means, ask the knowledgeable people if you don't know. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin.